at the New Green Frontier Cannabis Conference hosted by SmallCapPower, and joining us now is Anthony Durkacz, co-founder of FSD Pharma. Okay, talk to us about FSD's mission, the management's mission to become the largest indoor hydroponic facility in the world. How far along are you on that ambition?
Correct. So currently we have 25,000 square feet operating and licensed. We have 220,000 square feet under construction that we hope to have operating in Q1 2019. And then the phase one completion will be about 800,000 square feet. After that, our phase two, our plans are to go up to 3.8 million square feet in total.
So having this craft plant, do you think that ties into your growth story given that other cannabis players also grew from food facilities?
Absolutely. Canopy, which is the world's largest, and Afria both started, with former food facilities in place, and for whatever reason, it seems to make a lot of sense. Probably because food plants were designed and built where they're the easiest to retrofit into a grow operation.
As we stand and speak today, we're 30 days since cannabis was legalized in Canada. What do you make of the last few weeks? People say it's not an act, it's a process of legalizing cannabis. Have you seen a few hiccups, supply constraints?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think on October 17th, especially the markets were very bullish, very interested. Everybody was excited. When October 17th came around, everyone was unprepared, and that was across the spectrum, from the provinces to the supply chain to the distribution chain, and that's part of a monumental task like legalization. But at least it's begun. I think now over the next 6 months we'll start to see everything smooth out. We still have a active black market, because LPs and the provinces still can't produce high enough quality at a good enough price. But we'll start to see over the next 6 months that begin to change. And then I think, it'll reinforce, what will be, in our opinion, in 2019, the fastest growing industry in Canada.
Coming back to what's happening to share prices of cannabis companies, in such an environment, why should investors hold on to FSD Pharma?
That's a great question. So I can never give buy or sell advice, because I'm a director and an insider. People can see what I do because my insider ownership is on SETI, so people can see what we do. Timing any stock, in any industry, to time perfectly at a top or a bottom is really impossible. That's like winning the lottery. So, sometimes the Warren Buffett model tends to hold true, and overall we've seen that theory, that Warren Buffett theory, that you can buy and hold, or you buy or you sell on averages, so not everything at one given time, tends to seem to be the best way to play any stock in any stock market. I think from us, our perspective, our action has just begun. We're getting so heavily involved in the medicinal and the biotechnology space, and the biotech side is so interesting. For us, this is like going back to when penicillin was invented, when they were playing with molds. Now with cannabis, there's so many molecular compositions and components that could treat so many different diseases and hopefully not only treat but also cure, is what we're on the verge on, is this new frontier of medicine, and that's what we're focused on. And I think that is 100 times more interesting than the recreational markets.
And you also want to tackle the opioid crisis in North America, and you've recruited new talent for that?
Well, yeah, so the opioid crisis around the world is absolutely terrible. Cannabis will be an incredible pain relief, and more importantly, it's not only non-addictive, but it's also it's less costly, ultimately. So, we see there's going to be a very, very big market. We think it can positively impact the world. We think that opioid crisis might be sort of the positioning that the U.S. federal government may use ultimately to legalize it. And these are exciting times. I mean, just the pain market and globally is such an enormous market, and that's just one of hundreds of different medicinal markets. So, we're excited, and we intend to be front and center, focused and dedicated to bringing cannabis-based medicines to everyone around the world.
Exciting times indeed. Anthony, wish you all the best. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.